Hi, I'm out here in my garage making the official marker on cardboard list of projects I need to do to my two new cars. If you're one of the 30 or so people who watched my prior videos, and there were a few of them, I had a 1962 Galaxie 500 XL Sunliner, and I love the car, but still only had it for about 2 years before I just wanted something else. I wanted two of something else. Specifically, when I bought that car, I was initially looking for a 64 Mercury. I found a great deal on one, and I loved the colors, convertible, everything about it. It's a 392 barrel car, and I sold the Galaxie to get this car, and then I ended up with a really big station wagon, a 1966 Ford Country Sedan, 10 passenger. Means it sits 3 in the front bench, 3 in the middle bench, and 4 in seats that fold up like this with the window back here. So yeah, it can fit 10, and it has seat belts for most of them, which is pretty cool. Wagon projects. We have the interior smell. It was nasty in there, it was ripped up. This car's been sitting a long time, and even my 5-year-old didn't want to get in it. It was nasty. So I've put in new carpets, front seat was recovered. I found a new back seat in a junkyard, same color and everything. Repaired, replaced door handles, armrests, things like that. I'll go through all of that in a different video. Turned out, I mean, it's not a show car, but it's way better in there. It's actually livable. So it doesn't smell. New carpet, everything. The other thing, I've named this the Latch 22. The rear hatch on it, it's called the Magic Door Gate. And what it is it'll either open this way or open this way. Which is neat, except none of that works. I can't even get it open because the back glass won't go down. And with the back glass up, there's a mechanism that won't let you open the door. Now to fix the glass, you have to take an access panel off the inside of the hatch. You can't get that off with the door closed. So you can't fix the glass to get the glass to go down, to get the door open, and you can't open the door. So there's an emergency procedure to actually take the glass off the regulators that move it up and down, and then slide it down, and then you can get the door open. So I'll do another video on that and see if everything works, or how it works, or if I break the glass or never get the tailgate open, whatever happens. So the big idea with this car is I want to use it street strip, and it's huge, so it needs a huge motor. Eventually, I want to get my kid a junior dragster that we can just put in the back of this thing and head to the drag strip with some slicks on the roof. And I can race this, he can race his, and have just an awesome day. So I hope that happens eventually. The idea with this is a 460 big block Ford with a tunnel ram and maybe some nitrous, probably some nitrous. Tunnel ram out the hood, maybe the nitrous solenoids. On a big wagon like this, it's gonna look awesome. And then I got to do a little rust repair. You can see the masking tape line, and this thing's gonna be done. The Mercury, the nice car, the one that's already pretty and cool. When I got it, it would drive once you got it going pretty well, but idle and startup were shot. Carburetor, diaphragm shot, the vacuum advance on the distributor was shot. You couldn't time it because the distributor was stuck in there. So it already has an electronic Mallory Unilite distributor, and it has, I rebuilt the 2-barrel and it runs pretty well now. But it's still cold start issues, carburetor. I want to drive this car a lot, so I'm getting rid of all of that. I'm getting an Edelbrock Streetmaster 4-barrel intake and a Phytech fuel injection system, which means it will also need a high pressure fuel pump. And I'm hoping to get that all done before summer. It's currently winter here in Minnesota, so I'm in the garage with the heater on and a sweatshirt, keeping warm, getting some stuff done until they clear all the salt off the roads. Besides that, to get it going, the back glass here, the vinyl around it is coming unglued from the glass, so I just unzipped that whole section and laid it down in there, but I want to get that all fixed up. I got some 3M window weld that is supposed to be the product to use to re-glue that vinyl back to the glass, because that's all it was from whoever made this convertible top, which is still in great shape, so I don't want to replace the whole thing. So we're going to see how that works. There's a whole kit you can get on eBay with clamps that suction cup to the glass. We'll go through the whole thing. Besides that, there's a few spots in the interior where they screwed in speakers, I think, at some time, so a bunch of holes. So I have new pieces being made from SMS Auto Fabric, which was really reasonably priced for something you can't just buy off the shelf, that somebody had to make it. And those are getting sent to me. And the blower motor works in 1 or 2, but not 3. And that'll be it for this car. The fuel injection is really the big thing. So let's go look at what the top end on that's going to look like. So here's the new top end of the Mercury, just sort of staged on the bench right now. Oh man, put the valve covers upside down. Anyway, that's what they look like. These are 1965 Mercury script Thunderbolt. These would have come on a 65 full-size Mercury with a 390 or bigger, and they're kind of hard to find, but what I wanted was something that looked right but had the provisions for the PCV and the valve cover. My 64 does not, because it had an oil fill tube, sorry if this is making you dizzy, coming out of the intake right here. But that's missing on this one, so I had to get the valve cover provision. And then underneath, there's the Phytech 600 horsepower power adder that I got used. Limited mileage, great condition, and yeah, we're just gonna bolt on some fuel injection. I've heard they work better with the single plane intake, so I got the Streetmaster, which actually works really well at low RPM. It's not like a Victor single plane, and I've done a little bit of porting on it, just a little bit to clean it up. So I think I'll detail that a little more in a different video. Besides that, I'll take a quick peek at the interior on the wagon. So here's the interior of the wagon so far. This cool picnic plaid front seat. Door panels used to have speaker holes in them, so I got these. See, the armrests are different. Got a cool tip on how to upgrade or repair your armrests or replace them, a dash cap, and a few other things going on. So if you have a 65 to 67 Ford, and you got to do some interior work, this might actually be pretty interesting to you. Or if any of these projects sound interesting to you, keep watching, because I'm going to try to get at them as quickly as possible.